The night shift security guard just took a short nap. Upon waking, he found the dinosaur skeleton in the middle of the hall had vanished. He thought it was a prank by a colleague, but when he turned around, he was almost too scared to stand. The dinosaur fossil was drinking water with its head down. The security guard's flashlight fell to the ground. He hurriedly tried to run to the exit, only to find the door was locked. With no other choice, he hid behind the counter, quickly called the former security guard for help. However, the old security guard was not surprised at all. He just asked the man to read the manual carefully and continued dancing as if nothing had happened. Seeing the dinosaur approaching him, the security guard quickly flipped through the manual. It said to throw a bone. Although confused, there was no time to think. He grabbed a bone and threw it out. Sure enough, the dinosaur was attracted by the bone and chased after it. The security guard took the opportunity to run. But how could he outrun a dinosaur? Just as he thought he was doomed, he was surprised to find the dinosaur just seemed to want to play with him. After escaping, the security guard looked around and was immediately stunned by the scene. All the exhibits in the museum had come to life. Cavemen were studying fire, stone statues were asking him for candy, and Huns were chasing after him. He finally got into the elevator. The security guard caught his breath and quickly read the manual again. He then understood. Every midnight, the exhibits in the museum would come to life. Until dawn, if he had run fast, he would have been killed in the Civil War exhibit. The second clause of the manual said to be careful of the lion. The security guard immediately thought of the animal area, hurriedly went to ask Galileo for the location, finally found the lion, but before he could catch his breath, he almost got crushed by a mammoth. Fortunately, he reacted quickly and locked the mammoth in the fence. But as soon as he turned around, he was surrounded by other animals. The lions were drooling. The security guard had to pretend to be calm and took the opportunity when they were not paying attention to escape to the exit. When he finally ran to the exit and tried to lock the door, he found the keys on his waist were missing. Fortunately, the lion lost patience and turned away. He picked up the manual and saw. He realized the keys might have been stolen by the monkey. He looked up. The monkey was shaking the keys in front of him. The security guard had to negotiate with the monkey, trying to get the keys back. The monkey pretended to agree, slowly walked over, making the security guard think the negotiation was successful. But just as he was about to take the keys, the monkey suddenly played a trick, jumping and shouting. This made the security guard so angry that he trembled all over. He wanted to grab the monkey, but was peed on by the monkey. Then the monkey tore up the manual. The angry security guard was out of options. He was holding a lot of anger, but also afraid of the lion getting angry inside. He could only sit on the chair and sulk. At this moment, he suddenly felt a pain. Looking down, he found that he had been shot by a poisonous dart from the Indian doll model. His mouth immediately went numb. Before he could react, he was chased to the cowboy exhibit area, tied up by the cowboy dolls, almost crushed to death by a train. After breaking free, he just stood up and was surrounded by a group of ancient Roman soldiers. Although their attack was not strong, but very insulting. Fortunately, a knight on horseback arrived in time to save his life. This knight turned out to be a former president of the United States. After asking the security guard, he learned the reason why the museum could come to life at night was due to a gold plate in the ancient Egyptian exhibit. He also learned that after dawn, no exhibit could leave the museum. Otherwise, it would turn to ashes in the sunlight. Protecting these exhibits is his responsibility. Time quickly arrived at dawn. The exhibits returned to their original positions one by one. The dinosaur once again became a skeleton. The president also turned back into a wax figure. Everything seemed to return to normal.